Are you a curious student, eager to learn new skills and make your mark in the world? Or are you a professional seeking to advance your career and unlock your full potential? You need to be equipped with effective soft skills like communication, problem solving, teamwork, and more. The Level Up Academy by Doc Leyland bridges the gap between education and employment through transferable skills training. Get the soft skills you need to be more effective at work.
Level up with Dr. Leyland. Step into the future, the world is waiting now. Dreams are in the making, we'll show you how. From the books to the screen, from the stage to the stars. Level up your game, let's raise the bar. Innovation, inspiration, it's in our DNA. Breaking through the limits, we're paving the way. Level up, reach the sky, take the lead, don't be shy. Your story's worth it, your light will shine. At Level Up Academy, it's your time. Oh, it's your time. At Level Up Academy, we rise and climb. Empowered in your passion, your voice will be heard. Building a legacy with every word. From podcasts to pages, from business to art. Level Up's the place where it all can start. With heart and with vision, we're chasing every goal. Together we'll ignite the fire in your soul. Level up, reach the sky, take the lead, don't be shy. Your story's worth it, your light will shine. At Level Up Academy, it's your time. Oh, it's your time. At Level Up Academy, we rise and climb. We're trailblazing, breaking through the mold. Dreams are alive, let your story unfold. With courage and pride, we'll take the fight. At Level Up, we own the night. Level up, reach the sky, take the lead, don't be shy. Your story's worth it, your light will shine. At Level Up Academy, it's your time. Oh, it's your time. At
Hello, everybody. Can you guys hear me? Yes, yes. Let me know. Anyhow, I was saying that someone's going to get fired today for wrong spelling. But here's what I can tell you. Mistakes happens. We're just going to let it go and let it roll. I think the word beginnings and success were incorrectly added. So, whatever, we're just going to go roll with it. That is really not the whole point of the show, is it? The whole point of the show is to skill up and learn up. So, for those of you who's mocking people who's trying to help, shame on you. But for those of you who are trying to help, good for you. Um, it's hard to level up the world through education, right? It is. It is. And we can get as many help as we can. But at the same time, we got to be eye on the price. Now, it is all about mindset, right? And a lot of people says, "Oh, I don't believe in it." Yeah, if you don't believe in it, then you're already lost. If you're going to be petty and you don't engage, you're already lost. If you don't ask questions, but then you actually have questions at the end, you're already lost. You want to be in a winner set. That means mindset, right? The power of new beginnings is it's kind of like a reset button. Whatever you didn't do last year, you can do this year, right? And it's already almost half of the month, guys. It's going to be so fast. So the beginning of the year really serves as a blank canvas, right? Offering us the perfect opportunity to set the stage for success. How does that mean? Well, your success and my success are different because we have different goals. We went over SMART goals yesterday. It's a time to evaluate your past, right? If in the past you were bitter old ladies or bitter old men or bitter old CJ, then you got to let it go, right? Whatever your old past was, you got to let it go. Acknowledge your achievements. Okay, when you said, "Oh my God, this is bragging," so what if people are bragging? Let them brag. If it makes them feel good, they're not doing nothing to you. Let them acknowledge their achievement, right? Little things that we could do. We could choose to sit here, do nothing, or we could choose to sit here and learn something. But if you learn something, acknowledge that. That is achievement, right? You don't need certificate to acknowledge anything. Identify the areas for your growth. Start with your attitude. If you have a bad attitude about everybody or certain person, let it go. Let it go. This year is one of those years where you got to let it go. That is part of your growth, right? It's not just about setting resolutions, but about laying a solid foundation for your long term success. You could say 0 to 12 months as a short term, and then 12 months to 5 years as a long term, right? You could say that for your success. But what are you trying to do this year? What are you trying to make out of yourself this year? What are you trying to prove to yourself? Not to prove to others. You don't need to prove to nobody. I don't care who that somebody is. You don't need to prove to nobody that you're a success. Who cares what they think of you as success or not? Your success is moving forward, whatever that means. It could be dressing up differently. It could be trying on makeup this year, trying on wigs, trying to be a better person and smile more, right? Trying to give person constructive criticism rather than, putting them down. Try. That is all what you can do. But this is where your mindset plays a crucial role in success by starting to cultivate a positive, okay, let me spell positive, 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 forward thinking attitude. Okay, stop talking to people like you know everything. That's condescending. You don't know everything. I don't care how old you are. You could be 90, you don't know everything. You only know the life that you live and the things that you're doing for yourself. If you haven't traveled, travel. If you haven't learned a new thing, you learn new thing. If you're scared of AI, learn AI. If you're scared of new tools, then learn new tools. If you are this person that tells people what to do all the time, and then by the way, tell them that they're doing it wrong, but then you're actually doing it for yourself because you figure out it's actually going to work, don't be that person, right? You be the one that embraces both challenges and opportunities for yourself and grow up. I don't care if you're 90, grow up. Right? I want to be somebody when I grow up. I don't know what that somebody looks like if you don't try to actually be nice to yourself and be nice to others. To truly make this year your most successful yet ever, and it's possible, start defining what success looks like for you. Does it involve personal growth? Does it involve career advancement, maybe change? Does it involve mentorship or building a deeper connections? Right? What does that mean? Just don't just post and engage on LinkedIn. Have a Zoom moment, right? Identify your core values and align them with your goals so that you can help create a clear vision of your future. Reflect on your selves, guys. Assess, what do I need to do this year that I didn't do last year that I could do this year? But make sure you use a smart goal, very clear achievable goals. Don't be like, okay, I want to be flying to the moon. Well, if you have not done the necessary things to fly to the moon, then start with that. I'm not saying it's impossible. Everything is possible if you put your mind into it. Everything, right? It might not be the biggest things that you can possibly do with a bang on that specific thing, but you can try. Try it. Prioritize your self-care and mindset. Like right now, I've been sick for 2 weeks, right? But I prioritize self-care more than anything. But embrace accountability and support. Support is a big deal. So today we're gonna teach you how to do StreamYard. I have a lot of customers, friends, that basically like, CJ, LinkedIn has changed. I need help. So I'm going to do it this way. Okay. But first things first, I want to make sure that you guys know my sisters are still here. Okay. So last year we had 37 trees under Level Up Academy that we have put out to the world. One from Honduras, 10 trees, and 27 trees were in Madagascar. This year, I don't know if I'm going to put more trees or maybe help people. Like, for example, right now, LA is literally on fire. I have family and friends in LA, so I was panicking yesterday, calling my uncles, and one of my grandmother actually is in hospice right now. So she has pneumonia. Don't know if she's gonna make it, but in her bedroom apparently the fire is like you could see through it. It's a little still further because it's up in the hill and she's on the valley, but she's her entire team's like, hey, we're still far but we're ready to evacuate. Please call into your friends and family in LA, guys. If you have friends and family in LA, please call to them. Just make sure they're okay. A lot of people are losing their homes. A lot of people, um, it's a stressful time right now, right? California, literally, I was just looking at it right now. We could be our own country. Our GDP alone is like $3.6 trillion in this state. Google is here, Apple is here in Silicon Valley, right, in Northern California. Tesla was here and then moved. There, it's just it's it's a state of innovation, right? There's a lot of people who live in California. That's why we have 55 electoral votes in this state for that reason. We are a rich state, but we also need to make sure, right, that at the end of that core is humanity, right? Don't just highlight the issue, provide the solution. Be a solution oriented type of person. And that's why I'm doing this one today. So we're going to talk about StreamYard, but first things first. My sister Susanna and I are doing an anthology, and this anthology, it actually is starting in February. So less than a month, we are going to start this anthology. And this is the first anthology that you can write anything, pretty much, so long as it maximize at 2,000 words and it is appropriate, right? There's no like this, keep it at PG-13, guys. Okay. Um, and because we're still going to use it as business, build your personal brand and legacy, connect with the network, share your impactful story, establish yourself as an authority in your field, and gain global visibility through multi-platform promotions coming from me. Instagram, I'm trying to grow my Instagram to 100K. So if you are not a Level Up by Doc Leland, subscribe there. We're closer to 100,000, probably like 700 more subscribers left. We can do it. Definitely, we can do it. I also wanted to highlight that Tommy right here, Deppendall, holistic coaching with Tommy is going to come out next Wednesday. And I have a chance to chat with him already. He is in Lao. If you don't know where Lao is, that is where Tommy is located. So he's going to come out on Wednesday. So stay tuned for that. I also want to highlight my brother Jay, right? He, on December 12th, he basically launched his book. And so it hasn't been a month, and we want to make sure we can continue to help our brother Jay with the rules of engagement for his book. I know that my sister Paulette also has a whole bunch of books coming out. She just launched one. So please make sure to engage with our amazing crew with their books. I'm going to do a lot of book, what do you call this? Month for the authors. Even if you're not from Level Up, you can come in and give me your graphics and we can show it to the rest of the people. This is the academic publishing book. It's called Bridging Worlds, Exploring Innovation, Wellness, Society Across Disciplines. There's going to be multiple areas of research, and it is an academic publishing, and it's that type of anthology where it goes to 61 different universities, along with, 61 different countries and universities within their countries. So it could be more, and it's going to be translated in multiple languages. Okay. So we have two anthologies side by side right now, because this one happens only once every 2 years. Well, technically it's every 3 years. I did one in 2022, and then I'm doing one right now in 2025. Okay. So if you're in academics, you have a master's degree and up, and you do research, let me know. We will be starting our conversation on this and how to write and things like that in the next 2 weeks, guys. In the next 2 weeks, we will be having this conversation. All right. Ooh, 500 people in here. Awesome. Thank you guys for being here. Let's see who was first. Me. Okay, so here's the link. I put it on here. I think it's on my YouTube. That is the link of referral bonus. So if you haven't had a StreamYard yet, you don't know what that is, go ahead and click on that link or copy that link. And when you sign up for StreamYard, you actually will get $10, right? And then sister, yes, thank you so much for being here. Noni, I can't hear anything. Hi, Noni. Yeah, we were having, I didn't put myself on the stage because I wanted to get my music on. Hi from Kano, Nigeria. Hello, Miriam. Thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Nice to meet you. All right. Thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate everyone. I can start work. I don't know what that means. Susanna, thank you so much for being here. Sean, thank you for being here. Of course, let it go, right? We got to let it go, sister. Personal growth is different each person, yet you have to find new opportunities. I know, right? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to learn StreamYard today. Once you go into StreamYard, let me see if I can actually go into StreamYard. Let's see if I can share StreamYard within StreamYard. That's what we're doing today. We're going to learn, because a lot of people actually are doing that. So the first thing is, this is for LinkedIn for now, right? You can use this for LinkedIn. You can use this for YouTube. You can use it to StreamYard, from StreamYard to everywhere. First thing is you got to go to Canva. You got to create your own Canva cover, right? And I'm talking about this Canva cover that you'll see here, right? This, you can create all of these on Canva, okay? And I'll show you this one to scan for information on how to get your correct, or not, I shouldn't say correct, but at least your equipment, right? When you're doing things. So you got to go to Canva, create one, okay? The measurement for this one is presentation. What does that mean? So if you go to Canva, Canva, by the way, is free. If you want to get Canva, that is free. So let me share something here. My dogs are so noisy right now, but whatevers. Okay, you guys can see Canva in a minute. I'm going to show you. Okay, so that is what Canva looks like. And once you're in Canva, okay, you can actually create this. It's called presentation. So you hit presentation. And this measurement, 1900, actually is already automatically okay when you go to LinkedIn. So let's say that you picked this element, okay? We're going to create a media kit, by the way, on Thursday's class. So if you want to come into Thursday, that is a free class, come on in. So let's say that this is okay. This is good. You got to go share. You have to go download. And right here on the file type, you got to go on PNG. Once you download it, you can put it on LinkedIn. But before you do that, hold on your horses. YouTube's thumbnail is a different measurement. They need a lower scale measurement. So what usually helps with me for everything, and you can't even tell even on LinkedIn or anything. So you go right here that says limit file size to, click on that, move it to 0.75, hit download. Okay. And that PNG will now be available for you to use. Right now it's untitled because I didn't title this. Okay. So we could title this a sample, whatever you want to call it, sample. Once you download it, your downloads will be here. It says untitled design because I didn't title it yet. Right. So there's your design. But you can see that there is no difference. You can't see that there is no difference when you download it. What you do then after you actually create this right here on Canva, you then go to LinkedIn. That's the second step. Okay, you go to LinkedIn. So let me show you how that works on LinkedIn as well. See if I can be allowed to do it. um let's see if I can share my screen here. Hold on one second. I'm going to share my LinkedIn screen so you guys can see. Okay, do you guys see my LinkedIn screen? Let me know on the comments if you guys can see it. Praying for Lola. No kidding, sister. Yeah, it's very bad right now. I love Tommy. He has great insights. I know, I do. I love Tommy too. Okay, hi from the United Kingdom. Hello, Kifa. Okay, so now you're on LinkedIn. So first things first, we went to Canva, right? Once we download the Canva, make sure you have those 0.75 guys, okay? Because it's gonna help you with YouTube. Otherwise, you're gonna have too many steps. I'm helping you streamline your process, and this is how I streamline my process. Been doing this for almost 3 years now. So here's what you're gonna do. Once you're in there, you're on LinkedIn now. So this is what my LinkedIn looks like. If you go down to the left side of your LinkedIn, left side, bottom, you see the word events. Click on that events. Okay. Once you see that events, right here it says create event. Okay, create that event. You see how LinkedIn right now, if you look in here, let me see if I can, okay, you guys are seeing it, good. You see how it says right here, it says recommendation 16 by 9. That is the measurement of 16 by 9, okay, of the PNG that you just created. Automatically, the width is 480 pixels. You don't have to worry about that because we've already created this kit. It's already 16 by 9 when you hit the presentation. Okay, the only thing is when you download it, if you have a YouTube channel, make sure when you hit download, okay, file type PNG, it's a higher resolution illustration more than JPEG. Remember to limit your size. Click to 0.75 before you hit download. This will help you eliminate all that issue that you'll have on StreamYard later on, right, for YouTube. So now that you're on LinkedIn, you dump this thing in here, right? Let's see if I can upload it. What would we name it? Hold on one second. Let me figure out what the name that I said. Untitled. Okay. So you click find the untitled under your downloads. Let me take a look up. Where is untitled? Do you see it? LMNOPQRSTU. There it is. Untitled. Okay. LinkedIn probably thinks CJ's gone crazy. Okay, so see, the untitled is already there. Okay. And then you hit apply. When you hit apply, automatically LinkedIn will create this event for you. Okay, because we no longer have audio rooms. We're now having live events. So if you want to continue on doing live events online, you hit this online button. The format is going to be LinkedIn Live if you are having YouTube. Wave video does not allow LinkedIn to wave video. So if you have StreamYard, this will work. So you go LinkedIn Live, okay? And then you put your event name. We're going to just put sample. And then you're going to do your time zone, whatever time zone that you're in. You got to look at the start date. So let's say that we're going to do 10. By the way, they won't allow you to start your video within 15 minutes. Just remember that. So let's say that we're going to do it tomorrow at 11 a.m. and for 1 hour. You're going to type your description here. This is when you want ChatGPT to help you. Okay, whatever your description is going to be. Or you can type it yourself. Make it simple, right? You're basically saying, hey, these are the people that are going to be talking. We're going to have music. We're going to have this. We're going to have that. Whatever you want to do. Because that description will show. Add the speakers that you're going to have. Include yourself. Don't worry about that. You got to include yourself on there, okay? Description, we're going to put it as sample, okay? LinkedIn probably thinks I'm going to go crazy. So we're going to set it up, and boom, this automatically will be on your, okay? This video that you set up on LinkedIn event will actually be ready for StreamYard. But hold your horses. Once you hit post, you can have a couple of things right here that says the happy face. You can add any emojis that you'd like, right? If you want to post this at a later time, you could, or you just post it right now, okay? So here's the media kit. Here's the thing, right? Before you post it, you can edit it now. You cannot, and I'm going to repeat myself 2 times, okay? You cannot edit any LinkedIn event once you hit next and post, because LinkedIn wants you to be perfect. You cannot change it. If you have a correct spelling, incorrect spelling, if you have an issue, whatever your issue is, you cannot edit it, because LinkedIn has issues with changes and they don't allow it in their system. And you're going to be wondering why my event didn't show, why you have so many problems with your events, because LinkedIn wants you to be perfect. Been testing these things for about 2 years now. Okay, LinkedIn has not changed. So make sure to double, triple check. You cannot edit once you post this. Okay, so let's pretend that we're doing this. LinkedIn's probably gonna think I'm crazy. I don't care. I'm gonna show you how. Okay, this is an example. Do not use anything here. I'm just gonna put that. Doing live stream example. Okay, so I'm gonna put that in. I'm gonna show you. Boom, post. Now all my LinkedIn people is gonna show that, and you're like, oh my god, it's like here, finishing the event, set up the event. Okay, and then you're basically gonna be here. Now you're gonna have networking. You can send it to people, blah blah blah. You're not gonna do that yet. Okay, the next thing you gotta do, now that you've done this, is you gotta go to StreamYard. Okay, so now let's go back to StreamYard. You're on the studio. Let me remove this, and I'm going to show you. Back and forth. StreamYard. So now you're on StreamYard. I'm going to show you. You guys can see my StreamYard. Let me know. I hope you are seeing it. Hello, Dr. Rosanna. Professor Roxana, how are you doing? We can't hear the pop, sis. All good. Okay, good. They're just crazy. Watching from South Carolina. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for being here. How's the weather up there? You can see it. Okay, so now that you're on StreamYard, you're like, I'm good to go, but I have no idea what buttons to push on StreamYard. Okay, so by the way, these are just for me that I'm doing. So you have 3 things. On-air webinar costs you money. Don't use that. Recording, you can record. If you're not if you don't want to do live stream right away, you can always record. That's a different day that I will show you how to do that. But today we're going to do live stream, guys. So we're going to go home. You see on the left side, there's a home, there's library. So all your videos are going to be here. I do pay for StreamYard. So if you notice, I have about 46.8 hours left. I'm in use, and out of 50 hours. So I have like maybe, 3.5 hours left on my live stream. I have so many videos here that I have to download and put it somewhere else. Use Google Drive that's another class I'm going to teach you later on. Okay.
Hello.
So These are just the library, and I'm going to teach you how to use AI on that one too. That's in the later on. So here's the thing. First thing you're going to do is click home. Go hit live stream. Okay, this is where it goes. Let me see if you guys can see it. Can you see it? Yes, you can. Okay, so now you're on studio, right? On studio, backstage. If you are paying the basic on StreamYard, which I'm giving you a $10 credit, by the way, with that link, you can only pick three places you can go. This is why you need to streamline which three you're going to be active. If you don't have a YouTube channel, you have to have a YouTube channel. That is the worst you can do for your marketing purposes. YouTube is it. You got to put a YouTube in there. Let me back up. Destination, if you have not created a destination, you got to add your destination. Destination is where your social media is going to be disseminated with your live stream. So to add, just hit add destination and then click on whichever right that they have. So they have Instagram, they have Twitch, they have Happen, don't worry about it. Custom RTMP, Instagram will have that, which I will show you later on. LinkedIn page, LinkedIn profile, YouTube, X, and all kinds of Facebook. If you don't have over 1,000 or 100 followers on Facebook, it does not allow you to go live stream through StreamYard. Just want you to know that. Okay. So let's just concentrate on LinkedIn, and you put your LinkedIn profile. Okay. Then you got to log in and all that. I've already done that, so I don't need to do that. I'm just showing you how to do that. Okay. So now let's pretend that you have your destination. You know where you're going. You're going to LinkedIn. Forget YouTube at this point, because you might not have YouTube. Okay. So hit live stream. Then this destination will show up for you because you've already added it. That means you've already added your LinkedIn. So you would have to put LinkedIn. Remember that event that we did on LinkedIn already from the beginning, right? See how it says use an existing LinkedIn event. You don't have to retype nothing. You don't have to do nothing. That sample that we just did is already there. So you just use selected, and guess what? The description that you have, the title that you have, everything is already there. Okay? If you have YouTube, that 0.75 helps you to actually upload your file in here so that you don't have to go back and forth and saying too many errors, because StreamYard will tell you the error. So I'm saving you time not to have an error. It says upload thumbnail, right? Because it was a sample one. We got to use the sample one. I think it's under untitled. Hold on one second. Let me find it. LMN QRSTU. Where are you? Where is our untitled? Oh, there it is. Okay. So remember, we use this thing as our untitled on LinkedIn. So we're going to use that, and we're going to hit apply. Okay. So if you have multiple streams or multiple social media you're streaming, then the multiple social media will show here. But right now we're only focused on LinkedIn. Once you see this right here, I don't know if you can see this. Hold on one second. Yes, it's too small, but I'm going to read it to you. It says LinkedIn does not allow starting more than 2 hours late. Okay. Remember that rule. LinkedIn does not allow starting more than 15 minutes early. Remember that rule. LinkedIn doesn't support editing the start time once created. It's not just the start time, it's the pictures, it's everything. You cannot change anything once you have it on LinkedIn, period. Otherwise, you would have to cancel that, re-upload everything. So you got to make sure if it's going to be correct, it's going to be correct. If not, you just do it later, or not worry about it at all on changing. Okay. So you got to be careful on those times. Otherwise, you will have errors, and LinkedIn will go cray. Okay. So once you're done, now you're in StreamYard, you're ready to go create that live stream. Literally, I'm walking you through how to create your live stream. This is what happens. When you create that live stream, you see how it's a sample? You can enter that studio. But let's say that I'm inviting Susanna, Professor Roxana on here, right? Right here in these 3 dots, you click on that and you invite guest. You copy this, okay? Make sure, by the way, if you want your guests to stream their show with you, that's how you actually blow up as well, is you got to click this. Guests can stream this to their own destination. It is a brand new feature they have for the last 6 months. Make sure you use that. Click that. If it's unclick, click it. Then copy. This link then is the one that you use to give away to the people that you want on stage with you. Okay, so that is where you copy that link and you send it to whoever. Do not post that link on LinkedIn publicly, because then everybody wants to come up unless you want them to come up. Here's the kicker: there's a maximum of 10 people, unless they've changed it. A maximum of 10 people can be on stage with you. Okay, so let's say that this is the studio. Let's say stream into the studio. Okay, so you can put your name, you can put your headlines, and you can enter the studio. Okay, so you hit enter the studio. There's studios within the studios of my StreamYard right now. This is actually crazy. Cold weather. Ooh, that's alongside for LinkedIn. The inability to change LinkedIn events once created can also be a pain if we somehow accidentally change something for that event when setting up StreamYard. Yes, you cannot change anything on LinkedIn. You can change it after the fact later on when you're done, but don't change it anything. I already have StreamYard and YouTube. Perfect, Professor Roxana. So once you're in here, okay, once you're in StreamYard, these are the functions on the right side. You gotta learn to pace yourself. Okay, so here's what I do when I teach this class for social media. Right now, you have blank canvas. Okay, you add yourself to the stage and you see yourself. I'm like 2 studios right now. Now, when you go right here on the right side, there is a go live. This one is your destination. You can edit this if you forgot to add your destination. You can add YouTube in here if you want to. You can add LinkedIn in here if you haven't had LinkedIn attached. You can add that in there. Okay, that's where you edit. Then if you go live, you would hit go live on here. Right now, we're not going to go live because I'm just showing you I'm already live. Now, comment section is where the people right now, like yourselves, are commenting. StreamYard, LinkedIn, wherever you're at, the comments are going to show here. Okay. The banners, this is where you can add to show your banners. For example, stop thinking it's about you, right? These are my questions that I put ahead. It could be in here under your banners. Okay. All you have to do is click on this, either rename your banner or delete it forever, or you can just add. How do you add a banner? Bottom side, it says create a banner. Okay, so I'm going to say hello, everyone. Oops. Welcome to sample. That's so funny. I'm slapping my own joke. Okay, sorry. All right. Boom. There's your banner. Okay. Now, if you want those ticker to go up and down, sometimes people get annoyed, but if you want those, okay, all you got to do is hit this, scroll across the ticker, and then you can add a banner again. Welcome to Lula. Okay. Hit add a banner, and this becomes a ticker. When you hit it, boom, it's down below. Okay. Now, I'm sure you have a brand kit. I'm sure you have branding going on in your business already. If you haven't, think about it. Okay. Think about it because you can use it on Canva. So, what I mean by that, you're like, CJ, what do you mean by that? I'm going to show you. Okay. I'm going to show you. So, here's the current banner, hide the current ticker. You can literally create different banners and different folders, right? So, I'm just going to put example. I can rename this to whatever. Now, right here on media assets, this is where things happen. You can have different brands, by the way. You can add your logo in here by clicking plus and add your logo. So when you're on the show, I can add level up in there if I want to. I'm going to teach you what overlay is, but let me back up. Anybody have a question? Nobody has a question yet. Okay. If you have a question, I will pause in here and I will show you. See how there's the comment section on my show. I can actually add this comment that's under comments. Okay. That's how you do it. You click on the comments and actually it will show up on here. And the comment section is under here. But because this live is not live, there's no comments here. Okay, can't post comments on LinkedIn right now because it's probably not LinkedIn anyway, right? And it's not January the 10th, so you can't really do anything. Now the comments will show up here, right? Once you show up, you can add that comment by just clicking on it. Okay, if you want to make sure you have a bunch of comments and you want to star that comment so you can go back to it, you can go to start and then literally auto star super chats, right? Any type of super chats that they have in here. Okay, then here's the media again. I'm going to go back to media. Overlay. These are things that you actually use in Canva. Okay, you can take this one on Canva to actually put on here. If you don't want that ticker or you don't want that banner anymore, you just unclick it and hide it, and there's your banner that you want to show. All right, so that's how banner works. Under media, you actually add an overlay. How do you add an overlay? Simple. Click that plus sign. You can add your overlay. So let's say, for example, we're going to choose what is this one? I don't even know. Hold on one second. Okay, so December 3rd, I had 67,000 subscribers on YouTube, right? If I wanted to show that, and notice that you could see the left and the right hand side of my hand, you see, when you're doing live. You know why you're seeing that? Is because the measurement is not 16 by 9. It is just a regular picture, right? That's why in Canva, it's important for you to actually have that 16 by 9 so you don't see a gap between your left hand side and your right hand side. See that? If you put regular picture. But if you use the presentation measurement, that will show you can talk so long as you're in on the stage. Okay, you gotta, I remove myself on the stage and I'm talking, you cannot hear that. If I put myself on stage and then I add my banner, I can talk to this through the banner. Okay, so that's how that overlay works. I have a lot of overlays that I add in here. Again, if I don't use the presentation 16 by 9, you can see my hands, right? If I do, then I just put this up. See, certain banners will hit because it's 16 by 9. Okay. Oh, yeah. 50 inspirationals coming up in June, guys. Okay. So here it is. Banner. So I think you guys kind of know how banner works now, right? Kind of, maybe. Any questions on banner works, communications, on measurements? I do love the ability to post comments during a show from Streamyard. Much easier to stay engaged with audience. Yes, that is so true. Okay. So once you're in here, okay, we're going to take away that one. Here's the video clip. This is a brand new thing that they did about a month ago with Streamyard, where you can have your intro and your outro video to add in here. You can have video as long as 3 minutes, which I have for mine, right? That's a different class. I have to teach you how to create Canva videos using your own music and producing my own music. I produce my own music and create my own lyrics. Anyhow, this is through Canva. All the intro and outro video I use is through Canva, except for this one. This one is not through Canva. I do have affiliates and things like that. I also put their video in here, 30 seconds. The background, you can use Canva for your background. Again, the measurement is 16 by 9, right? So you can have bubbles for your background, and it would only show if there's multiple of you. So if there's 2 people in here, or if you're trying to present something, right? Let's see what PDF I have. Okay, so now that you see this layout, okay, let me teach you layout really quickly. Okay, this is the background. So you see how I changed that background, or I can have a bubbles for a background, or I can have this for a background. You see in the background of these measurement of our measurement and our presentation, you can see it. There's pink wave, right? All of these are backgrounds that you can use to add in here for your people. Now, how do you change the layout? Okay, you can change to your layout here that I could look like this if I'm talking by myself, if I want to talk full, if there's 2 people in here. So Sana's not here, so I can't really do that. Or I can just make myself bigger and my presentation smaller, or make my presentation even bigger and I'm on the corner. You see this edit layout. You can edit that layout, Okay. You can add your items as much as you want. You can have a camera slots, or you can have a media slots that you want to add, or you can just have it a dynamic where it moves by itself. Okay. See, notice that there's 2 in here. You see, I added a camera slot. If I want to add another camera slot, there's 3 people. I can change my border container. I can change the shape of the container. If I want it to be a circle, I can also fit to fill, which is what it's doing automatically. I can move this, and I can move these 2 people. Instead of having it here, I can move them somewhere else. You could pick up to, look at that, 9 people. So I can have 9 people in here, and I can have myself in here plus this layout that I have. And I can save that item. And I'm going to say custom 7, save new layout. And now, if you actually look, there are so many layouts that I have created. If I have 5 people, it would look like that. If I have 2 people in here, it would look like that. You get the point. Okay. We just created this one. Remember, where I'm talking and I have a presentation and 7 different people or 8 different people are going to be below me right there while I'm talking. You can, even in an interview process. Okay. So you're basically able to do whatever you want. That's an overlay. I'm going to change my overlay to that. If I don't want to cut that and without my banner and my brand, I just go to media and so you can see. Okay. But you can always have your brand on there if you want to. Okay. And then again, videos, backgrounds, these are some of the things, and then overlay. Now, here's what I'm going to tell you and I'm teach you. This is a little bit on the advanced side with YouTube. If you are not monetized in YouTube, they only give you 3 warnings and you get deleted permanently. What I don't know is if YouTube actually will block you based on the IP address that you have. IP is your internet service provider, ISP address from your Mac. I don't know if they block that, meaning like every single computer have our own address. Think of it like your home address. Your computer has its own address. Certain platform like YouTube is very powerful. Okay, guys, there's billions of people in YouTube monthly active users, 2.6 billion people. Here's the thing. If they block your IP or ISP address, you won't be able to go back to YouTube. It doesn't matter if you change your name. That I don't know if they block ISP or just block your username, right? Google owns YouTube. You guys know this as well, I'm hoping. Okay, so if you haven't had 1,000, I think it's 1,000 follower or 500 now. I think they went down, but it used to be 1,000 followers. That's how I went through, and 4,000 watch hours for you to be monetizing your YouTube. I have a community in YouTube. I have things in YouTube that I sell. I have a store as well. So you got to be careful on the music that you choose is what I'm saying. If you choose somebody else's music and your friends like, hey, I have this new music that I did, unless it was not unless it was AI driven and it wasn't somebody else's song that's already on like CD Baby, you could get sued. A, B, you get slapped a copyright. Some of them, if you just use for 30 seconds or so, they slap you, and then they basically said, hey, you don't make this money, you're going to split this money with the person that you actually use their audio or video. Okay, so you got to be careful on like sharing because you're caring, because YouTube has different rules. You got to know the rules and regulations, and you won't know until you already make mistakes. I'm telling you not to make mistakes because I've already done it, so I'm teaching you not to do. Okay, for example, my music.
Level up, it's time to rise, unlock your potential, reach for the skies, transform pain to purpose, find clarity and stride. With Dr. Leyland leading, we stand side by side. Collaboration fuels us, together we thrive at Level Up Academy. Your dreams come alive.
Okay, that music is a vibe. Vibes. I created that through AI, right? I created that through AI. I've created the music through AI. I've used, I've read, I rewrote. I need. Here's the thing: AI is a tool. You shouldn't be one all be all. but I created my lyrics and change it and then expand on AI. Created it, change it, and expand on AI. My lyrics for my intro is for four of my sisters. Sister Mike was on there too. Three of my sisters, I guess. Myself is on there definitely. Sister Susanna, Sister Danielle, and Sister Mike Asherbenner. Okay. Air quotation, Hounds of Business Community. Shout out to you. I created those lyrics to make sure that it represents who I am and who we are as a community. And so I use that, and there's nobody else that have that music, so I don't get slapped by copyright. Another class that I'm going to teach you is the different software you can use for music that you don't get slap copyrights from YouTube. LinkedIn, somehow, for some reason, they don't care about copyrights. I've seen so many people, I'm not going to name names particularly, who uses music from other people, not credit the music from other people and get away with it. So LinkedIn, I'm sure YouTube is going to be coming for you, and all of these independent artists is going to be coming for you because you allow it on your platform. YouTube does not allow it. Okay. So make sure you guys still know, be ahead of the game. Do not use other people's music without crediting them. Or if you didn't buy it yourself, and you don't have a license or copyright license for it, watch your back because they will come after you. So that's why I prefer creating my own music. That way I know for sure no one's going to be going after anything because I've created my own lyrics and my own music, right? So that is where you put your music. StreamYard does have its own, right? StreamYard does have its own. Here's the problem with that. So is Canva, by the way. And what I realized that if you use Canva, you have to get all those information that you use for the music, put it in there, and you can only use it once and you can't recycle that music. If you use it in your intro, outro, mid, whatever, mid roll, more than 15 seconds, they will slap you with a copyright issue in YouTube. So you got to be careful on that as well. So what's the best way to do it? Just do it where you have the license for these things and pay for it. And I have a software that I use to do that as well. Okay. So I will teach you that at a later time. But right now I'm teaching you StreamYard and how it works. So this is media assets, right? This is just a media asset. Now the style you can use, see, you can use your style a different one. This is what I usually use, the square. I can use orange, like see how now that I have a different brand color, this is where you can change. And I love pink. So that's what we're going to do. Okay, we're gonna have pink, and we're gonna actually have our name. You see how my name changes, or a block, or a bubble. A bubble I think is kind of cute, so I'm gonna keep it at a bubble. Okay, display your name, or you don't have to display your name, or you could just do the headlines and not that headlines. You can use a default font, or you could literally upload a new font. I have a way for you to upload a font, which I'm not going to show you now because we don't have time for it, but I'll show you how to upload a new font to add in here if you want to. You can see how your default camera is rounded. You could do this way. You could do circle, however you want to do when it comes to your style. Now, if you have a guest, like let's say there's 10 people in your show, this private chat is your lifesaver. So nobody in the world knows what you guys are talking about except for the people who are on your show. That is a private chat, and people will see in the private chat. This is where you can communicate. Hey, Susanna, go next. Hey, Danielle, go next. Professor Roxana, go next. Mike, go next. Like you can literally put all the private chats in here. So that is where the StreamYard is at. Okay. Any questions, guys? I know I went a little fast, right? But I had to because I want to show you everything on StreamYard. I do sell this class where I slow down and I teach you step by step on how to do it. This Saturday we have a social media made simple, because I'm going to teach you how to create your own social media kit. It's literally a Google Drive, but I want to teach you the the kit on how it works. So if you want to be on my show or anybody else's show, they're going to ask you for a couple of things. First is your short bio they usually ask you, which is 150 words. And then they're going to ask you for pictures. I'm going to teach you how to take selfie. Hello? You're like, I know how to take selfie. Do you? Do you really? I mean, I've been doing this for 20 years. I'm just saying. Okay. So Santa can tell you, I can teach her how to do selfie. I can teach anybody how to do selfie. I can teach my English bulldog how to do selfie. But if you live in a social media world, you might as well learn it the right way, not some random ways like, oh, this is good enough, right? So I'm going to teach you how to do those. Just come with me, walk with me, and we will go from there. Now we have 5 more minutes. I'm going to teach you the bottom of the studio. Mute. You can't hear me. Stop the cam. There is no camera, but you can still see me. So this is why people goes, oh, going on StreamYard is the same thing as audio room on LinkedIn. No, it ain't. Okay, it ain't. It's never gonna be the same. You can say it is, but it isn't. Okay, but you can technically just have your audio and not your camera by stopping the camera, but it's not the same. Okay, settings. This is where you have your general. You are looking at the high resolution 1080p. So if you have TV shows and things like that, actually StreamYard is not good pixelation for TV, especially if there's 85-inch TV. StreamYard is not actually. Another company is, but they're a pain in my butt. That's what I use for my TV show. Now, you can do portrait, you can do landscape. The reason that they do portrait, by the way, because StreamYard now has an app. Go look it up on the Apple Store. You'll see StreamYard has an app. You can't use StreamYard as an app if you are the person that doing the show, but you can use that app if you are a guest on StreamYard. Look it up on your Apple or your Samsung. There is a StreamYard app, but only if you are a guest you can use it. Okay, this is when you decide the landscape and the portrait business. Shift your videos up for comments and banners, audio avatars, automatically add shared screens, videos to stream, blah, blah, blah. If you want to do light appearance or dark appearance, you can. Okay, that's the general. The camera, boom, you got to put your camera in here, whatever resolution you want. You want to mirror your camera, and my words all whacked out. I feel like my face is also whacked out when I do mirror camera. Whatever. And you can click here to touch up your appearance. You can look pretty now. I look like AI when I do touch up my appearance, so I don't use it touch up my appearance because no, that's okay. You can see my wrinkles. I don't care. Audio, you gotta do your mic. Make sure there's green right here that's showing you while you're talking. That means your mic is on. Make sure your speaker, yes, click echo cancellation. Yes, reduce your mic background noise because I have a bully here that likes to snore. Also, automatically adjust your mic volume. Don't do that. It drives me insane. So I'll just put it a medium because sometimes it goes up and down and it just sounds really weird on my podcast for MP3. I won't do that. Virtual background, you can use whatever background that you want, obviously on StreamYard. As you can see, I have a different background in here that I use, but we're not going to talk about it, right? And then basically there are lots of backgrounds that you can choose from. This one is what I use because for Level Up Academy, I have my own QR code. Like to do fancy, smancy stuff. You can at any time, right? This is my background before. You've seen me here. I've done my QR codes in here as well. You can do whatever your heart's desire, guys, for virtual background. If your house is messy, if you have really a boring background and you want have a good background, you don't have to have green screen. People are like, buy the green screen. Stop spending money that you don't have. Just use the background here that you can use. You can use Canva. You can use photos, right? To add your QR code, probably best for you. You can add it under virtual background. Then nobody can see your mess in the back. Okay. Recording, you can do local recordings, but if you're already paying, it's automatically there for 50 hours. I wouldn't worry about it. Hotkeys, it's too advanced. We're not going to go over that unless you have another thing that I will teach you later on. Layout, this is the layout that we've already seen. You can delete here. You can have promo here. You can have whatever layout that you have. As far as your guests, they can stream it. They can see the comments. They can play a sound when guests enter. Guests must authenticate. Don't do that. It's a pain in the butt. Okay. And right now I have not banned any guests. Aren't I lucky? Right. And then if you want to have the green room to manage guests for important streams and things like that, you can go ahead and upgrade again, which I don't because I already paid like what, 40, 50 bucks a month for StreamYard. So I will just keep it the way it is. But that's where the settings at the bottom. Present is when you have a slide that you want to add. See how I have slides here? I can add the slides here, or I can add this slide. I can add as many slides as I want. Okay. So that is where I put on. And then let's see, if you want to have a video file, you can. If you have an extra camera, which I have 3 cameras technically, but I won't put it because it eats up too much bandwidth. You can have a video file. So when I do 50 inspirational connections, I put it on here. I can share my screen. I can pick and choose which window, which entire screen I want, or the whole entire thing, or just LinkedIn. You have so much potential on StreamYard, guys. That's all I'm saying. So much potential. Okay. So let me know if you have any questions and I'll be happy to help. I love the private chat in StreamYard better than other places, as it won't pop up in the middle of a show. Other platforms pop up out of the blue and are too annoying for someone with ADHD. Yes, so Restream that. Restream pop up and it's annoying as frick. Add slides and presentation. Yes, that is where you basically add, is through here. So notice that I have 2 different presentations here. Now let's say that you're presenting this. All you got to do is click this. See? All you got to do is just click. Oh, this is when I was in LA Weekly as a top 10 podcast to listen to. It's quite a while, right? Shout out DFW. I'm on babyboomer.org. I am also number 31 out of, like, I think they did 50 on this one. I'm not remembering. For international business, I'm the top 10% global international business podcasters, right? All of the places that you're going into. This is my my first book on my dissertation. That second book is the academic publishing, right? We had a Mr. Lee. We were doing these things. All of these things are from our old past, right? And then this is our new one that we just did yesterday. A lot of things can happen in 5 minutes, guys. But here's what I want you to do. Be kind to yourself. Okay? So if you basically saying, hey, I really want to do this StreamYard thing, but it's really hard because it seems like there's so many navigation. It's like anything else. You probably don't remember how you walk first, right? Because you were so little, but you did it with passion, with vigor, right? With excitement. The same thing when you're doing new things in life, especially StreamYard. Slow is the way to go, but be consistent. Be consistent in what you do, right? All of the buttons that you have here is there. I've helped so many people do StreamYard on their own. They're not gonna, here's the thing, when you help, don't expect people to help you back. It's just human nature. Some people ask for help and they are never thankful. They're never thankful. And it's okay, because it's between me and God. It's between me and God and what I do to help. This is what I'm doing for my community, because I want to make sure that you guys know how to present the right way. I want you to be comfortable of what you're doing for your messages out there, right? So thank you guys so much for being here. I appreciate you, and I will see you on Sunday. I don't know if Sister Sana will be there, but definitely I will be there. I'm going to leave you with an amazing music.
Level up, it's time to rise, unlock your potential, reach for the skies, transform pain to purpose, find clarity and stride. With Dr. Leyland leading, we stand side by side. Collaboration fuels us, together we thrive at Level Up Academy. Your dreams come alive. Woo!